Do you know how scientists figure out how old a blue whale is? Blue whales can live anywhere from 80 to 90 years, and some make it all the way to 110. But here's the thing, you can only find out their age after they die. Scientists cut open the ear canal and count the layers of wax that built up over the whale's lifetime, 1 layer per year. It's basically the same idea as counting the rings inside a tree trunk. Now, the blue whale is the largest animal that has ever existed on this planet. Not just in the ocean, on the entire planet. Bigger than any dinosaur that ever walked the earth. These animals can grow up to 30 meters long. Picture 3 school buses lined up end to end, and they can weigh between 150 and 180 tons. Just the tongue alone weighs as much as a full-grown elephant. But despite being the biggest creature that has ever lived, the blue whale survives almost entirely on one of the smallest things in the ocean, krill. Tiny shrimp-like crustaceans, barely the size of your pinky finger. A blue whale eats around 4 tons of krill every single day. That's roughly 4 million individual krill daily. The way it hunts is called lunge feeding. The whale spots a dense cloud of krill, rockets toward it, and blasts its mouth open wide, taking in a volume of water that's actually larger than its own body. Then it shuts its mouth, pushes the water back out through its baleen plates, which work like a filter, and swallows everything that's left behind. But you might be wondering, why not just eat fish? Wouldn't that be easier? Actually, no. Hunting fish means chasing them, and for an animal this size, a high-speed chase burns more energy than the fish is even worth. It's a losing trade. But even setting the energy problem aside, a blue whale physically cannot swallow a fish. Its throat, the actual passage that leads to its stomach, is only about the width of an orange, maybe 10 to 25 centimeters across. That's it. The mouth is enormous, yes, but the throat is shockingly narrow. Krill aren't just the easiest option, they're the only option. But is the blue whale an easy meal for anything else? Not really. At 150 to 180 tons, a healthy adult blue whale is simply too big for any predator to take on. There is no animal on Earth or in the ocean large enough or strong enough to hunt one solo and walk away full. With one exception, the orca. Orcas are the only predators that will actually go after a blue whale. But even they can't do it alone. They have to coordinate, hunting in organized groups, working together like a team. And even then, they don't go after healthy adults if they can help it. They target calves, sick individuals, or animals that are already weakened. When they do succeed, they don't eat the whole whale. They go straight for the tongue, which is soft, fatty, and calorie-dense. So even for orcas, a blue whale isn't exactly an easy meal. It's a high-risk, high-effort operation that requires teamwork and pays off only under the right conditions. But when a blue whale does die naturally, its body sinks to the ocean floor. And what happens next is extraordinary. Sharks and hagfish strip the meat. Then worms, crustaceans, and bacteria move in on the bones and blubber. A single blue whale carcass can sustain an entire deep-sea ecosystem for decades. Scientists even have a name for it, a whale fall. But here's the real question. Is the blue whale only useful when it's dead? Absolutely not. When a blue whale is alive, it plays a role in keeping this planet breathable, literally. It's called the whale pump. Blue whales dive deep to feed, then come back up to the surface to breathe. And when they do, they release waste that's packed with iron and nitrogen. Those nutrients fuel the growth of phytoplankton. And phytoplankton? They produce more than 50% of the oxygen on Earth and pull enormous amounts of carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. Fewer whales means less phytoplankton, which means less oxygen and more CO2. These animals aren't just part of the ocean ecosystem, they help regulate the atmosphere of the entire planet. But what's the history between blue whales and humans? For most of the 20th century, it wasn't good. Blue whales were hunted on an industrial scale for their blubber, which was used to make oil, soap, and fuel. By the time it was over, an estimated 380,000 blue whales had been killed, pushing the species to the edge of extinction. They've been internationally protected since 1966, and commercial whaling is no longer legal. These days, the only thing we do around blue whales is watch them, study them, and try to protect what's left. So, what does a blue whale actually do with its day? It spends most of its time feeding in cold, nutrient-rich waters near the poles, but it doesn't stay there year-round. Blue whales are long-distance migrants. Every year, they travel from icy polar feeding grounds to warm tropical waters and back again. They head to the cold waters in summer when krill populations explode, and they migrate toward the tropics in winter for mating and giving birth. Giving birth? Right. Blue whales are mammals. They don't lay eggs. They give birth to live calves, usually one every 2 to 3 years. And a blue whale calf is not small. A newborn is about 7 meters long and weighs somewhere between 2.5 and 3 tons, making it the largest newborn of any animal on Earth. From day one, the calf nurses on its mother's milk, which is roughly 40 to 50% fat, almost the consistency of toothpaste. On that diet, the calf gains around 90 kilograms every single day. It reaches sexual maturity somewhere between 5 and 10 years old. But wait, there's one more thing about blue whales that most people don't know. They're loud. Absurdly loud. A blue whale's call can reach 188 decibels, the loudest sound produced by any animal ever recorded. These calls travel hundreds of miles through the ocean, allowing whales to communicate with each other across enormous distances, to find a mate, to locate others, to stay connected across an open ocean. And beyond just calling, blue whales sing. Actual songs. Complex, layered sequences that can go on for hours. What's wild is that the songs change from season to season. Males pick up the new version, learn it, and spread it across the ocean, like a melody going viral, slowly passing from whale to whale across thousands of miles of open water. The largest animal that has ever lived on this planet. Responsible for half the oxygen in every breath you take. Sings a song that changes with every season, and asks for absolutely nothing in return. One question worth sitting with: do we treat them the way they deserve? Subscribe, and let's keep going.